says I'm live. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for a quick little stretch break today. So last week we spent most of the time just in our chairs. We did all kinds of stretches and movements from that position. So this week we're going to do a little bit of the opposite. We're going to primarily be up on our feet. So to begin, let's just start moving. So we're all seated. Let's stand up. Okay, sit and stand. So squatting in our chair. Let's go 10 times. If you lose count, no problem. You can just do 100. That'll work, right? Just getting some blood flow going, recruit some nutrients, moving. So on your 10th one, I want you to stay standing. So if you lost count, let's do 2 more, right? That's always our golden rule. So 1, and last one, stand up tall and stay standing. All right, so I'm just going to move a little bit so you can kind of see me. I want your feet nice and close together, stiff legs, okay? We don't usually say that a whole lot. I want you to keep your back flat, crawl your fingers all the way down to your toes. Great. Once you hit that end of range of motion, where you kind of lose that flat back and you reach about as far as you can, you get the stretch in the hamstrings, a little bit of the calves. I want you to kind of cross your arms, cradle, right? Just rock back and forth. Okay. So you might get a little crunching in the spine. Try to keep your head and your eyes focused on the same direction that those arms are swinging. Just go about 4 to each side, and then slowly come back up to a standing position because we're going to have all kinds of blood flow into the head. Do 1 more, and good. Relax the arms, and then crawl the fingers right back up. Let every little piece of vertebrae come back up to a full extended position. All right. So now, let's go into a split stance. This is one of my favorites. Okay, so if my right leg is forward, just a little soft knee, so a slight little bend and not locked out. You want to reach with the opposite side. So if my right leg is forward, the left arm is going to come up and across my body. So it's going to be reaching at the ceiling, okay? So you're going to get a little bit of a stretch back through the back of the arms, the triceps, into the shoulder, into the chest. So kind of into the armpit where your pec minor is, all the way down into the sides of your obliques, and maybe down into your hip flexor, depending on exactly what is tight. Let's hold this for roughly 30 seconds. Feel free to hold it longer or shorter, depending on exactly how you feel. Of course, I tend to lose count, so let's call that 30 seconds. So let's switch sides. If you need something to hold on to, feel free to hold on to your desk or your wall. I'm sure you can easily reach something for balance. We don't want you falling over. There's no injuries allowed here. Okay, keep reaching. Don't just go through the motion and reach your arm up, okay? Pretend like someone's up in the ceiling trying to pull you. Okay, so you're trying to make as far as possible from that pointer finger all the way to the back heel, okay? So if you drive that back heel into the ground, you're ever going to get a stretch back through the calf. So you should get a little bit of everything through there, especially into the side. All right? All right, let's go and sit down. Can't be standing the whole time, right? Okay, so I want you to put one hand on the desk, and I want you to put the other hand right behind your head, right behind your ear, okay? And you're just going to rotate through your spine, through your upper back, okay? So you want to start here with the elbow pointed at the ground. Exhale through your rotation, and see how far you can rotate. The end goal would be to eventually get the eyes and the elbow pointed directly at the ceiling. Let's do 5 on each side. Make sure you're breathing, rotating. That's 5. I'm going to go on the other side of the desk so you can see me, so I'm not turning my back to you, my imaginary chair. So one hand on the desk, other hand behind the head, ear. Exhale through the rotation. Okay, make sure you're not yanking on the back of your head. We'll see that a lot. Don't try to give yourself extra range of motion that you don't actually have. See which side you can rotate more. Which side do you have more mobility with? And 1 more. We're just doing 5 each side. If you have more time or you like that stretch, feel free to do more than 5. That works. Okay. Our pride stretch. Because we all sit and use a keyboard and use a mouse all day. So one arm extended out in front of you. Dangle those fingers pointed at the ground. Other hand comes behind the back of the hand. And then pull it back towards your body. The key point here, as we all know by now, make sure the elbow stays locked and you're not pushing on the fingers. You're pushing on the back of the hand. So when the fingers are pointed down, after a few seconds you get a burn kind of right on the top of the forearm. Okay. We'll hold about 30 seconds. You want to go fingers down on both arms. Let's switch to the other hand. You might not feel it right away. Give it a few seconds. Okay, there's small little muscles in here. Make sure that elbow's locked out. If the elbow's bent, then you're going to get more pressure in the shoulder. which is not something that we want. And then switch back hands. This is the last thing we're doing. And once again, we're going to go fingers up to the ceiling. The other hand is going to come right up against the palm, not the fingers. And pull back to your face as much as you can. Squeeze that elbow. Make sure it stays extended. Okay. This one you're going to feel more on the underneath part of the elbow. Okay. Those two muscles are going to pull unequally on the elbow, which causes a lot of tension there. That's where we get golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. All right, so make sure those elbows stay nice, or those muscles stay nice and loose and strengthened as well, right? Everything comes from strength and mobility. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. That's it. Quick and simple stretch and movement break for today. Feel free to run back any of those, do more reps, hold for a little bit longer, keep doing it throughout your day. Until then, I'll see you next Tuesday. All right? I wish I had a remote to end it.